I am with you in every season. My beloved, I know that life is not always easy. There are days when the weight of the world presses so heavily upon your shoulders that you wonder if you can take another step. There are nights when your tears fall silently on your pillow, when no one seems to understand the battles you are facing. But hear me now, I am with you. Not just in the joyful moments, not just when everything is going well, but in the storms, in the darkness, in the uncertainty. Do you remember when my disciples were caught in a violent storm on the sea? The waves crashed against their boat, the wind howled around them, and fear gripped their hearts. They thought they were alone, that I had left them. But I was there. I walked on the waters of their storm, stepping over their fears, drawing near to them in their distress. And I do the same for you. When the storms of life rage around you, I do not watch from a distance. I come to you closer than you can imagine. I whisper, do not be afraid, I am here. You are never forgotten. Perhaps you have felt forgotten, by the world, by people you once trusted, by those you thought would always stand by your side. Perhaps you've prayed and felt as though your words disappeared into the silence. But let me assure you, I have never forgotten you. Even before you were born, I knew you. I formed you with my own hands, breathed life into you, and wrote your days in my book. I have seen every moment of your life, your joys, your sorrows, your victories, and your wounds. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are my precious child, and I know your name. When others walk away, when relationships fade, when you feel unseen and unheard, remember this: I see you, I hear you, and I hold you close to my heart. My love does not waver based on circumstances. I do not abandon my children. Even if a mother could forget her child, I will never forget you. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. I carry you when you are weak. I see how hard you try. I see the days when you push forward even when your strength is gone. But my beloved, you were never meant to carry the burdens of life alone. That is why I am here. That is why I invite you again and again. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. When you are weak, I am your strength. When you fall, I am the one who lifts you up. Do you remember the story of the lost sheep? When the shepherd saw that one of his sheep had wandered away, he didn't scold it or leave it to suffer. No, he left the 99 to search for the one. And when he found it, he didn't force it to walk back on its own. He lifted it onto his shoulders and carried it home. That is what I do for you. When you feel lost, I come after you. When you are too weak to walk, I carry you. You do not have to do this on your own. Let me be your strength. Let me carry you through. My plans for you are good. I know that sometimes it is hard to understand why certain things happen. You may wonder why I allow pain, why I permit seasons of struggle. But, my child, even when you cannot see it, I am working. My plans for you are good. A farmer does not plant seeds and expect to harvest the next day. There is a process, a time of planting, a time of watering, a time of waiting. The soil must be broken before the seed can grow. Sometimes the trials you face are not punishments but preparations. I am shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. When Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison, it seemed like everything in his life was falling apart. But I had a plan. What looked like destruction was actually preparation for his destiny. What the enemy meant for harm, I turned for good. And I will do the same for you. Hold on. Do not lose heart. The story is not over yet. Trust in me, for I am leading you to something beautiful. I will never leave you, even to the end of time. My child, hear my words. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. When you walk through the fire, I am with you. When you pass through deep waters, I am holding you. Even in your final moments on this earth, when all else fades away, I will still be there, waiting to welcome you into my arms. I went to the cross for you. I took your sins, your pain, your burdens, and I conquered death so that nothing could ever separate you from me. Not tribulation, not distress, not persecution, not anything in all creation can take you from my love. So when the road gets hard, when the nights are long, when you feel like giving up, remember who walks beside you. Remember who holds your heart. I am not a distant savior. I am your closest friend, your protector, your refuge, and your eternal hope. I am Jesus, and I will never leave you. Even when you doubt, I remain faithful. I know your heart, my beloved. I know that sometimes doubt creeps in like a shadow, whispering lies that make you question if I am truly near. You may wonder, where is he now? Why is he silent? Has he forgotten me? But let me tell you the truth, even when you doubt, I remain faithful. Look at my disciple Thomas. He walked with me, saw my miracles, heard my voice, yet when I rose from the dead, he doubted. He said, "Unless I see the marks in his hands and put my fingers where the nails were, I will not believe." But did I reject him for his doubt? No, I came to him. I met him in the very place of his uncertainty, offering my hands, my wounds, my love. I do the same for you. Your doubt does not push me away. Your questions do not make me love you less. Even when you struggle to believe, I remain by your side, patient, loving, and unwavering. I will never turn away from you, even in your weakest moments. I am here always. My love is stronger than your failures. My dear child, I see the weight of regret you carry. I see the way you replay past mistakes, wishing you could undo them. But listen to me, your failures do not define you. My love does. Do you remember Peter? He swore he would never leave my side, that he would die before denying me. Yet, in the hour of my greatest trial, he denied me 3 times. He wept bitterly, ashamed, convinced that he had lost my love forever. But did I abandon him? No. After my resurrection, I sought him out. I called him by name. I restored him, not with condemnation but with love. I do the same for you. There is no mistake too great, no sin too dark, no failure too deep that my grace cannot cover. If you have fallen, I will lift you up. If you have turned away, I am waiting with open arms. My love does not change based on your performance. It is constant, unwavering, and everlasting. Do not let guilt keep you from me. I have already paid the price for every failure, every sin. Come to me and I will wash you clean, make you new, and remind you of who you truly are, mine. I walk with you through every fire. I never promised that this life would be free of pain, but I did promise this: you will never walk through it alone. Remember my servant Daniel and his friends? They were thrown into the fiery furnace for refusing to bow to a false god. The flames were real, the heat was unbearable, yet when the king looked into the fire, he saw not 3 men but 4. I was there walking in the fire with them. The same is true for you. When you feel the flames of hardship, when the trials seem too much to bear, know this: I am in the fire with you. The heat will not consume you. The storm will not destroy you. The enemy will not have the final say. Hold on, my beloved. You are not alone. You never have been and you never will be. My arms are always open. How many times have you felt unworthy of my love? How many times have you thought, I am too far gone? But listen, my child, I do not love you because you are perfect. I love you because you are mine. Think of the prodigal son. He took his inheritance, walked away from his father, and wasted everything on a life of sin. He found himself broken, ashamed, and convinced that he was no longer worthy of love. But when he finally turned back, when he took that first step home, what did his father do? He did not wait. He ran to him. He embraced him before he could even utter a word of apology. He clothed him, celebrated him, restored him. This is my heart for you. No matter how far you have wandered, I am always ready to welcome you home. You do not have to earn my love. You do not have to prove yourself. Simply come. My arms are always open. You are safe in my hands now and forever. There is nothing in all of creation that can take you away from me. No hardship, no trial, no sin, no force in heaven or earth can remove you from my hands. You are mine and I will never let you go. I have prepared a place for you, a home where there is no more pain, no more suffering, no more tears. And until that day when you see me face to face, I will walk with you through every moment of your life. So do not fear, my beloved. I am with you. I was with you yesterday, I am with you today, and I will be with you for all eternity. My presence goes before you. My beloved, do you realize that I am already in your future? I am not just walking beside you in this moment. I go ahead of you, preparing the way, clearing the obstacles you cannot yet see. Before you face tomorrow's challenges, I have already made a way through them. Before you encounter trials, I have already provided the strength you will need to endure them. Do not be afraid of what is ahead, for I am the God who goes before you. When the Israelites stood before the Red Sea, trapped between the water and Pharaoh's army, they thought all hope was lost. But I was already working. I had already planned their deliverance. I parted the waters before them and led them through on dry ground. In the same way, I am parting the waters in your life. Even when you don't see it, I am making a way. Trust me, for I will never lead you where my grace cannot sustain you. I hold every tear you cry. I see your pain. I see the nights when sorrow weighs heavily on your heart, when you cry out in the silence, wondering if anyone hears you. I hear you. I have never turned away from your pain. When Lazarus died, Mary and Martha wept in grief, questioning why I had not come sooner. I knew what I was about to do. I knew that in just moments I would call Lazarus out of the grave. And yet I did not ignore their pain. I wept with them. I felt their sorrow just as I feel yours. I do not dismiss your suffering. I do not tell you to just be strong or move on. No, I sit with you in your pain. I hold every tear you cry. I comfort you with my presence. And just as I turned Lazarus' sorrow into joy, I will bring beauty from your pain. The story is not over yet. Hold on, my beloved. Joy is coming. My love fights for you. You do not have to fight your battles alone. You do not have to carry the weight of the struggle on your own. I am your defender, your refuge, your mighty warrior. Do you remember David, the shepherd boy who faced Goliath? The world saw him as weak, incapable of victory. But he did not stand before the giant alone. I was with him. It was not his strength that won the battle, it was my power through him. In the same way I fight for you. When the enemy comes against you, when fear, anxiety, and doubt try to overwhelm you, do not be afraid. I am standing between you and the storm. You do not have to fight in your own strength. Rest in me and let me be your victory. You are not defined by your wounds. I see the scars on your heart. I see the wounds left by betrayal, by loss, by the harsh words of others. But listen to me, you are not defined by your wounds. You are defined by my love. Look at my hands, do you see the scars? They are proof of what I endured for you, but they are not marks of defeat. They are marks of victory. What was meant to destroy me became the very thing that brought redemption. The same is true for you. Your past pain will not have the final word. The wounds you carry will not define you forever. I will take what was meant for harm and turn it into something beautiful. You are more than what you have been through. You are mine and nothing can change that. When you are weak, I am strong. You do not have to be strong all the time. The world tells you to hold it together, to pretend you are okay even when you are breaking inside. But I tell you the opposite. Come to me as you are. Let me be your strength. Paul, my servant, once pleaded with me to take away his weakness. But I told him, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And so it is with you. Your weakness is not a burden to me. Your struggles do not make me love you less. I am strongest in your weakest moments. When you have nothing left to give, that is when my power carries you. So let go. Stop striving in your own strength. Lean into me and I will sustain you. I am your peace in the storm. The storms of life will come, some small, some fierce enough to shake the very foundation of everything you know. But no matter how strong the wind blows, I am greater still. My disciples learned this when they were caught in a raging storm on the sea. The waves crashed around them, fear gripped their hearts, and they thought they would perish. But I was in the boat with them, and with just 3 words, "Peace, be still," the storm obeyed me. My child, I speak those same words over your heart today. Peace, be still. The storm will not consume you. The wind will not destroy you. I am with you, and my peace is greater than any storm. My love will never fail you. Many things in this world will fail you, people, plans, even your own strength. But my love, it will never fail. When you stumble, my love catches you. When you grow weary, my love strengthens you. When you feel lost, my love guides you home. There is no limit to my love, no end to my faithfulness. You may feel unworthy. You may struggle to believe that I could truly love you. But, my child, I do not love as the world loves. My love is not fickle, not conditional, not based on what you do or do not do. I love you because you are mine, and nothing will ever change that. You are safe in my hands forever. There is no power in heaven or earth that can take you from me. No trial, no hardship, no failure, not even death itself, can separate you from my love. I gave my life for you so that you could be with me forever. I conquered sin and death so that nothing could ever stand between us again. You are eternally secure in my hands. So rest, my beloved. You are safe, you are loved, and you will never be alone. I carry you when you cannot walk. My beloved, there are times in your life when the burdens feel too heavy, when the road ahead seems impossible to walk. You may feel too weak to continue, too tired to take another step. You whisper, I can't do this anymore. But listen to me, my child, you do not have to carry this alone. I will carry you. Do you remember the parable of the lost sheep? A shepherd had 100 sheep, yet when just one wandered away, he left the 99 to search for the one. And when he found it, did he scold it? Did he demand that it walk back on its own? No, he lifted it onto his shoulders and carried it home. This is what I do for you. When you are too weak to stand, I will carry you. When you are too broken to move forward, I will hold you close. I do not ask you to be strong enough on your own, I ask you to trust in my strength. So do not be afraid. When you cannot walk, I will carry you. When you cannot see the way, I will guide you. You are never alone. I will never give up on you. There is nothing you could ever do that would make me give up on you. Nothing. No sin, no failure, no season of wandering is enough to make me turn away. My love for you is relentless, unshakable, and everlasting. Think of Peter. He denied me 3 times even after he swore he never would. He was filled with shame, convinced that he had failed me beyond repair. Yet what did I do? I sought him out. I did not abandon him in his guilt, I restored him with love. I will do the same for you. If you have fallen, I will lift you up. If you have run away, I will call you home. You do not have to be perfect to be loved by me, you only have to be willing to turn back to me. And when you do, you will find that I never left. I have never given up on you and I never will. You are my beloved and I will pursue you until the very end. I will hold you in the storm. My child, I know the storms that rage around you. I see the winds that shake your faith, the waves that threaten to pull you under. You feel like you are drowning, crying out, "Lord, save me." And I tell you this, I am already reaching for you. Do you remember my disciple Peter? When he stepped out of the boat and walked toward me on the water, his faith was strong at first. But then the wind roared, the waves rose, and fear filled his heart. He began to sink. But the moment he cried out, I reached out my hand and caught him. My beloved, you may feel like you are sinking now, but I am holding you. The storm will not consume you because I am greater than the storm. I do not promise that you will never face trials, but I do promise this: you will never face them alone. I will be your refuge, your safe place, your anchor in the storm. I see you even when you feel invisible. There are moments when you feel unseen, unheard, as if your pain is unnoticed by the world. You wonder if anyone truly understands, if anyone truly cares. But my child, I see you. Do you remember Hagar, alone in the wilderness, feeling abandoned and forgotten? She thought no one saw her suffering, but I did. I called out to her, provided for her, and reminded her that she was never alone. She called me El Roi, the God who sees. I am the same today. I see your silent tears. I hear the prayers you are afraid to speak aloud. I know the weight you carry and I am holding you close. You are not forgotten. You are deeply loved, intimately known, and constantly watched over by me. My love will heal your wounds. I know the wounds you carry. I know the pain of betrayal, the scars of rejection, the deep ache of loss. But my beloved, I am your healer. When I walked this earth, I touched the broken and made them whole. The blind received sight, the lame walked, the lepers were cleansed. But the greatest healing I bring is not just for the body, it is for the heart. I mend what is shattered. I restore what is lost. I bind up the wounds no one else can see. Come to me with your brokenness and I will heal you. Let me replace your sorrow with joy, your fear with peace, your pain with my love. I will be with you until the very end. There will come a day when you take your final breath on this earth, but even then you will not be alone. I will be with you just as I have always been. I have prepared a place for you, a home where there is no more pain, no more sorrow, no more death. A place where you will see me face to face, where every tear will be wiped away. Until that day, my beloved, walk with me. Trust me. Know that I am with you now and forever. You are mine and nothing will ever separate you from my love. I am your shelter in the wilderness. My beloved, I know there are times when you feel like you are wandering through a dry and barren wilderness. You look around and see nothing but emptiness, confusion, and loneliness. You thirst for hope, for direction, for relief, but all you find is silence. You wonder if I have forgotten you. But hear me now, I am with you in the wilderness. I have not abandoned you. I am your shelter, your shade in the scorching sun, your wellspring in the dry land. Do you remember my people, Israel? For 40 years they walked through the wilderness, feeling lost and afraid. But I never left them. I led them with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. I provided manna from heaven when they were hungry and water from the rock when they were thirsty. I was their constant guide, their refuge, their source of life. And I am the same today. I will sustain you in the dry places. I will nourish your soul when you are empty. I will lead you step by step until you reach the land I have prepared for you. So do not despair, my child. You are not lost, I am guiding you. You are not alone, I am walking beside you. I will never leave you, not even in the wilderness. My grace is greater than your failures. I know the weight of regret you carry. I see the moments you replay in your mind, the choices you wish you could undo. You wonder if you have strayed too far, if you have exhausted my patience, if I could still love you despite your mistakes. Let me tell you this, my grace is greater than your failures. My mercy is deeper than your worst sin. My love is stronger than your shame. Look at Peter. He denied me 3 times on the night I was taken. He swore he would never forsake me, yet in his fear, he abandoned me. But did I cast him away? No, I sought him out. I restored him, I reminded him of my love, and I gave him a purpose greater than he had ever imagined. My child, I do the same for you. Your failures do not disqualify you from my love. Your mistakes do not change my plan for you. If you come to me, I will redeem every broken piece. I will take what the enemy meant for harm and turn it for good. So let go of your guilt. Release your shame. Come back to me and let me cover you in my grace. I have written your name on my hands. The world may forget you. People may walk away. Even those closest to you may fail to understand the depths of your heart. But I tell you this, my beloved, I have never forgotten you and I never will. Do you know what I have done to prove my love for you? I have written your name on the palms of my hands. When I stretched out my hands on the cross, it was for you. When the nails pierced through my flesh, I was thinking of you. My scars remain as eternal proof of my love, a love that endures forever. You are not just another soul among billions. You are known. You are seen. You are treasured beyond measure. I have called you by name and you are mine. So when you feel unseen, remember this, I see you. When you feel forgotten, remember this, I hold you close. You are inscribed upon my hands, and nothing will ever erase you from my heart. I will restore what was lost. I know the pain of loss. I see the broken dreams, the shattered hopes, the things you once held dear that have slipped through your fingers. The enemy has stolen from you peace, joy, relationships, time. And you wonder, will I ever be whole again? Listen to me, I am the God of restoration. Do you remember Job? He lost everything, his wealth, his family, his health. His grief was immeasurable, and it seemed as though all hope was gone. But I was not finished with his story. I restored to him more than he had lost. I brought beauty from his ashes, and I will do the same for you. Nothing that has been taken from you is beyond my power to restore. I will give you beauty for your ashes, joy for your mourning, and praise for your despair. The years that feel wasted, the dreams that seem shattered, I will redeem them all. So do not lose hope. What was lost is not lost forever. In my hands, nothing is wasted. I will restore and I will make all things new. I am your strength in the battle. There are battles you face that seem impossible to win. The forces against you feel too strong. The weight of the struggle drains you and you wonder, how can I go on? But hear me now, you do not fight alone. I am your strength. I am your defender. I am your victory. David was just a shepherd boy when he faced Goliath. To the world he seemed weak, unprepared, outmatched. But he did not rely on his own strength, he relied on me. And with just a sling and a stone he brought down the giant because I was fighting for him. In the same way I fight for you. You may feel weak, but I am strong. You may feel small, but I am mighty. You may feel outnumbered, but with me you are never alone. So take courage, my beloved. The battle is not yours, it is mine. And I have already won. My love will lead you home. One day all of this, the pain, the struggles, the heartache, will fade away. The burdens of this world will no longer weigh you down. The trials will be over, the battle will be won, and you will be home. I have gone to prepare a place for you, a place where there is no more sorrow, no more death, no more tears. A place where my light shines forever, where you will see me face to face, where you will finally know in full just how deeply you are loved. Until that day, my beloved, hold on. Keep walking with me. Even when the road is hard, even when the journey is long, I am leading you home. And when that day comes, when you finally step into my presence, you will hear the words I have longed to say to you. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Welcome home. Are you looking for encouragement, hope, and powerful messages to strengthen your faith? Welcome to A Word for You. Here you'll find inspiring reflections, uplifting Bible messages, and reminders of God's unfailing love, all designed to speak directly to your heart. Don't let this word pass you by. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss a message of hope. Like, comment, and share to spread encouragement with others who need it. God has a word for you today. Are you ready to receive it? Join us now.